We are balling out with the Shine Decor Smart LED Neon Light Kit. These are about double the price of the average LED strip light, but for good reasoning. They give you diffused lighting that is much easier on the eyes and in my opinion looks a lot better. But also these things are freaking bright. You'll see in just a moment once we get these hooked up that instead of just 300 LEDs for a 16.4 foot strip, there is 600 LEDs. To get these things fired up, you'll have to connect three things, starting with the power supply. This is a 33 watt power supply that goes into the controller. The controller allows you to adjust the lights with a remote, with buttons that are directly on the controller, and via app that connects with Bluetooth. And I'll show you that towards the end of the video. Once you have the power supply plugged into the controller, there is a 4-pin connector, male end that is on the LED strip. And then the female end on the controller, you'll align the arrows. And we are ready to go once we plug this in. Wowzers! That's bright on the eyes. You may notice when you first plug these in, just like I did, since these are RGBW lights, the W does pull quite a bit of power, the white, and it may cause your power supply to buzz just a tad, but it is only when they're on a very specific mode. So if you hear buzzing from the power supply, don't worry, that's probably normal. If you do purchase these, don't turn them on when they're all coiled up in the packaging. If you do, these could get too hot and that's just bad. So I need to mention that we are currently in full studio lighting and these are still lighting up my face. So while you may not see a big contrast between this lighting and the lighting around me, know that if you put them in a room or in the dark, they're gonna light up your world. The remote control is pretty intuitive. The colors obviously are different colors. You can change through different modes, and then you can adjust the speed of those modes, the brightness of those modes, as well as the brightness of the colors, set timers, and even have the music mode going with just the controller. There is a built-in microphone on the controller itself, so you don't have to have it hooked up to your phone for music mode. The phone, though, is way more fun to use than this remote. You'll use your camera app to scan the QR code on the back of the controller. It'll take you to the exact app that you need to control these lights. Once you open the app, it'll ask you to enable Bluetooth, and then you can connect to these lights with your device. And we can use the color wheel to cycle through 16 million different color combinations. Be sure to try them all. On the bottom, there are some presets. You can adjust the brightness, bright, not so bright. And you can go straight to white light. Use the classics for some fun. And if you want to, you can swap out the color wheel with some other options to fit your fancy. Did I say that weird? Moving on to the style screen. There are lots of different modes that we can choose from. 7-color jumping change. Sounds like a good movie. We can adjust the brightness, we can adjust the speed, and we can cycle through the different modes. Another one to the right, and we get the music mode where it can sync to any songs that we have on our device, but more importantly, you will probably enjoy the mic mode. Here we can choose if we are using our phone mic, which it can do, but also there is a built-in mic on the controller right on the side, and we can adjust the sensitivity, the mode from classic, soft, dynamic, disco. Disco is a bit more harsh with its transitions, but if you're looking to get funky. Lastly, there is a schedule where you can trigger these to turn on and off based on a set time that is inputted here. I actually really enjoy them being Bluetooth versus Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi has always been clunky to connect, but Bluetooth is really straightforward with connecting. You just flip it on your device. It finds these things, you control them, and you're happy. My mom finally sewed the armpit. With 16.4 feet of LED lighting that is diffused and very bright, you can obviously think of a lot of, why do I say you can obviously? You can't obviously. There are a lot of different use cases for these bad boys. I can think of using them to outline your Christmas decor outside. Yes, they are IP65 rated. That means they're rated for splashes. With a caveat, I don't think the controller and the power supply are also that rated, so you'll probably have to keep those indoors. But the last thing that I actually have to mention before spouting any nonsense out of my mouth again are there are some extra seals included, not the or kind, but the silicone kind. And there are some mounts. Rather than it being a command strip and a clip like you would see with a normal RGB LED strip light, these actually are a little like hot dog bun. And this is the hot dog, and it clips in to there. And you use screws to secure these metal brackets to your surface of choosing. And that's everything in the packaging. You can cut these every 1 inch. There is a cut mark, so if 16.4 feet is too long for you, you can cut it down to 16. Wait, what's 0.4 of a foot? Wasn't good at math. Every 1 inch there is a cut mark. Thank you, Lee, for guest starring. If you have any questions that we didn't answer in the video, make sure to ask those in the comment section below. We will still have these on hand and maybe freezing them in ice like some of our previous videos. That corner. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like on it and click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bird out.